This is December 29th, 2010, and I'm standing outside of Mojave, South Mojave, and I'm looking at the Vestas windmill parts coming into Mojave. These are on a siding. These are the blades for the windmills that we just saw. And you see they're on flat cars here on the railway leading between Rosamond and Mojave. As far as the eye can see, in each direction, which is a good sign for renewable energy in Kern County.
Outstanding for both teams. They matched up in the Rose Bowl, and it was a close game. The 1980 Rose Bowl, USC ends up winning. Charles White has a great game, and the Trojans knock off the undefeated Buckeyes led by his sophomore Art Schleicher. 1942, the Rose Bowl was played in Durham, North Carolina.
I should mention Career Services Center being here. I just spoke to Tom Hare, touched base with him yesterday. And he is kindly collecting applications for us. The company has never advertised for jobs, gold and clean mining. But he's sitting on almost 1,000 applications. We are feeling it and we're thrilled, and we can't wait to get going. We just have a few more regulatory, shall we say, hurdles to get over, additional permits, and we hope to get through those quickly and meet that April goal, which many people are anxiously, I repeat the same thing over and over again to folks, and I feel badly. We want to construct and we want to hire people, and we hope to do that sooner rather than later. But we do get a tremendous amount of calls and contacts from the community. So hopefully we'll be able to top those 1,000 job applications very soon and start hiring some folks.
I found it interesting what Tracy said about the Golden Queen mine and wastewater from Rosamond being used. Is that a reality? Is that really going to happen?
We're working on the process of how we can get it to them, how much they're willing to pay. In fact, they're willing right now to foot the cost for the engineering to determine if the project is feasible.
Oh, that's good.
That's where we're at right now.
So you're going to do that? You're going to do that engineering?
Yeah, the engineering is the process of, if it comes within their budget, to be able to do that.
Well, Mr. Supervisor, after 4 days, what's it like with your foot on the gas pedal of a Ferrari?
You know, that's actually kind of how I feel. Is that I feel that it's just full steam ahead. Through the course of the campaign, one of the jobs of a candidate, if you're going to be successful, is to learn as much as you can about the issues that are important to people and how you would then incorporate the desires of the community and translate that into change in government. And that's what we've been doing with my staff and I, is getting up to speed with all of the various county department heads, and putting our team together and setting our priorities. And so our priorities are going to be the same as they were during the course of the campaign, which is job growth and economic development, particularly in the east side of the county, and getting that county budget under control, dealing with those skyrocketing retirement costs, and making sure that when the public expects services from government that they are paying for, that we're actually going to be able to deliver. And that's my two priorities right there, is job growth and economic growth, and also getting our fiscal house in order in the county.
These computers in this computer lab are open to all the residents and kids, except there's some restrictions.
They're open to all adults, all residents, children, but they can come in here, look for a job, use the internet to look for a job. They could use it for homework, educational purposes, especially for the children if they ever have homework. We want them to be able to write a paper on here. But but they can't go on Facebook or MySpace, YouTube.
Okay.
Educational purposes only.
I see. Okay, how about guests?
Guests?
Guests.
It's okay for a resident to bring a guest. That is okay.
Our main ideas and our main goal is that every kid has a chance to do better in school. If you see our national campaign right now is Be Great, and you'll see that in a lot of the promotional materials, because that is so exactly what the opportunity is for these kids. Maybe they're going to be great in school, maybe they're going to be great with a computer, maybe they'll be great by graduating and staying in school and at least moving on to being productive members of society. So our kids, they come in and they do homework every day, and what we have figured out through years of trial and error is to make sure that we have a perfect mix between recreation and reward.
Fill me in a little bit about Boys and Girls Club in East Kern.
It's doing very well. What's nice about the Boys and Girls Club out there is the school district has been very supportive of the program entirely. And it really starts with the administrative offices, and it goes right down to the teachers in the classroom.
Cool.
We're doing a great job working with the kids on their homework. I think we're going to see some really good results in their grades and their outcomes on their grade scores.
Good.
So it's going to come together very well.
Good, and this is in Mojave and Cal City, right?
Yes, it is. Yes,
yeah,
it is. 2 spots. Yeah, Mojave and Cal City, RPU and Mojave Elementary, they're both doing very well with the program and the kids, and it's a great community. It really is. We're seeing some good support.
Okay, and for Rosamond, for us to get something started here, we're looking at, of course, the financial support in the tune of about $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Okay, which could come from some of the solar companies that are building huge plants around here, and probably have expressed to us they have foundations that want to help build the local community. So maybe there's a tie-in there.
We hope so. You know, because the community here could really use a Boys and Girls Club back out here, and we know from experience that the kids just loved the Boys and Girls Club activities and what we offered them. So it's a shame that we're not here, and we'd love to come back and do that.
On January 5th, 2011, this is the ARMA Creek Pathway in Lancaster. See the nice picnic tables over there? Nice little parking lot, some restrooms, and an identification sign here next to the BMX track and office. Joe, this looks like you got a project going here. Tell me a little bit about it, if you would, please.
Well, we belong to a local wagon club, and we like to go through Death Valley and Lone Pine to Bishop, and even some places up in Northern California, and just around here local, and we have a great time camping out and with riding and driving the horses and the mules.
What's the name of the group?
It's Equestrian Trails Club, or ETI.
Okay.
And it's Corral 14.
I can see here in the back you got a little license plate, so that means you can trail it behind.
We tow it right behind the pickup, and then when we get where we're going, we switch the tongue out and put the horses or mules on it, and away we go.
And away you go. Yep. And this is really looks like, when it's all assembled, like a little covered wagon.
It will look like that. The only difference is we've got the pneumatic tires instead of the old wood spokes with the iron rim, and which those look really nice, and I love the history of them, but boy, what a lot of work and what a lot of money to keep all that up, and plus it's a lot rougher riding, because most people don't realize that a lot of those old wagons the pioneers came west with, all they were just old farm wagons, and the only springs in them are on the seat. There's no suspension on those old farm wagons. They're not like some of the carriages and buggies are spring wagons, but but a buckboard or a farm wagon, the only spring is in the seat.
Yeah. So you're just a straight axle and wheels, and that's it.
It just jars you to death, you know.